More people than ever are waking up to the fact that working for yourself, making money online on your own terms from your own home is not just possible anymore, it's becoming a new normal. The creator economy is already worth over $200 billion and is projected to hit over $50 billion by 2030. And the people who are winning the most, they're willing to show up online, talk about what they do, and build in public. You don't need to go viral, you don't need a massive following. You just have to be willing to put yourself out there, and that alone sets you apart from everyone who isn't. Whether you're stuck in a 9 to 5 that you hate, drowning in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, or simply just want an extra income stream that finally creates that freedom that you've been craving, this video is for you. 3 years ago, I was a nanny working 40 plus hours a week, plus doing 8 plus hours of Instacart just to make ends meet. I had no idea that I could be making money from home and online since I had no experience in running a business, in sales, in marketing. I have a psychology background. I have a psychology degree. And today I run my entire business online completely from home on my own schedule. And it started with no money, no experience, and no following. Just my smartphone, a will to learn, some ambition, and the true honest desire to want to change my life. Oh, and let's not forget the belief that it was actually possible for me to achieve. Because if you don't think it's possible, you're going to get in your own way. In this video, I'm breaking down 7 ways that real people are making money online in 2026. Whether you want a full-time income from home or just an extra income stream on the side. 0 followers needed, minimal experience needed, sometimes none at all, and little to no cost to get started. And if you have an iPhone, you're good to go. You don't have to spend any extra money to start. And at the end of this video, I'm going to be ranking all 7 from least to most lucrative so you can know which one might make you the most money with the least amount of experience, which one you should tackle first, and how you can use these to diversify your income. Before we dive into the 7 ways that you can make money from home in 2026. My name's Sam. I'm a full-time YouTuber, UGC creator, creative strategist, entrepreneur extraordinaire, and neurodivergent girly who created and runs her entire business online, who has seen firsthand how beneficial working for yourself and working from home specifically can be. And I'm excited to teach y'all how you can start running your own business from home. And I'm excited to hear which one of these 7 you guys are pursuing, because you can make so much money with 1, 2, or 3 of these as income streams. I have done quite a few of these, and there's quite a few of these that I still do. I know that by the end of this video, you're going to feel more confident, excited, and ready to pursue a business online, and a little less scared. An online business can really be anything you want. We really just be making things up if you think about it. Listen, the creator economy is not slowing down in 2026. It's actually increasing quite rapidly. Brands still need content, and businesses still need help online. They still need your expert knowledge, your freelance skills, and we're seeing a lot more brands and businesses turn to freelance work, contracting individuals and small businesses to help them with these projects, because it eliminates all the overhead. It eliminates a lot of the work for the brand and the business, and it does save them money while putting more money in your pocket. Remote work and freelance skills are more in demand than ever before, and they're hiring contractors. And the best part is you don't need a degree, you don't need to be an expert, you don't need to go viral, you don't need to have a ton of followers, and you actually don't need to quit your day job. You can keep that too and double down and get paid from both. Now, the mistake that people make is trying to do everything all at once. It's me, I am people. However, the best strategy I'm going to tell you right now, because it worked for me, is getting really good at one thing first, doubling down on that, and then stacking more monetizable skills and income streams on top of that. I heard about UGC and I honestly got obsessed. I fixated on it. I learned the ins and outs very quickly. I implemented all the things. I was excited to do so. I came online on TikTok every single day and on Instagram, sharing my wealth of knowledge, sharing my journey, sharing the work that I had created working with different brands. And that alone attracted more work to me. So I will tell you firsthand that by following these steps and picking one of these skills that we're going to list out next is going to help position you to make so much money in 2026 and beyond. And just to put this into perspective a little bit, all of these skills really overlap. They're all online. A lot of them have to do with social media. As a UGC creator who was trying to build up my business while also gaining my own experience and building my own skill set up, I also dabbled in a few of these different skills and charged money for these skills. Not only did that make me extra money, but it also helped teach me extra skills that I wouldn't have learned just doing UGC. So I did social media management because there is a UGC component within that sometimes where you're creating the content that you're then posting and strategizing for the brand. Or video editing. I did video editing for other UGC creators, and that helped me get more used to editing ads and editing organic content. So think about how you can leverage some of these skills to get better at the other skills. Here are the 7 skills that people are learning to make money online in 2026. Stay till the end so you guys can get the ranking and see which could be the most lucrative option for you. First up, we have digital products. I think a lot of us have heard of digital products before. You can create them for free using Canva. A digital product could be anything: an ebook, a Canva template, a mini course, a guide, guide, a preset for photos. But the idea is that you create it once and you can sell it over and over again for forever. It's nearly 100% profit margin, which means you're not fronting any money or paying any money, and you're receiving 100% of the profit. There's zero overhead and there's zero client work to deal with. You set the price, you own the asset, and you own the digital product. And the beauty is you don't have to be an expert. You just have to know more than the person who wants to buy it from you. And if your digital product acts as some sort of convenience for somebody, even better. If you know something is useful and it solves a problem, you can package it and you can sell it. This is the most passive income stream of all of these, and honestly is the most slept on. I'm telling y'all, I think everyone should sell a digital product. Okay, next up is UGC. If you guys are not new here, then y'all know I am a full-time UGC creator, and that's where I got my start in the online entrepreneurial space. It's what helped me quit my nanny job. It's what helped me stop doing other side hustles and actually think in a longevity way and building generational wealth and creating my own financial freedom. UGC is when brands pay everyday ordinary people who are creators to make authentic content around their product, service, brand, and this content either lives on their social media platforms or they run it as advertisement. I actually gave you guys a full step-by-step video 2 videos ago, which I'll link here, on how you can get started with your own UGC business. Now, being a UGC creator is not the same as influencing. You don't have to post this content to your own socials. You don't have to have a large following, but it does help for you to show up online so that you can market your own business and so that you can show up on the timelines and feeds of brands and agencies who are looking to hire creators. I'll throw up some UGC examples here on the screen so you guys can kind of get a feel for what that looks like. Not only can you get paid for the content that you create for brands as a UGC creator, but you also do get sent free products. So that is another bonus of being a UGC creator. Set your own hours, get free products, get paid by big name brands. Next up is social media management. Now, don't get me wrong, social media management can be very hard. It can take a lot of work, just as any of these can. Social media management is when you're running a brand's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn page, you're posting, you're engaging with the community, you write captions, and you overall help strategize. Sometimes you create the content and post it, whether it's growth, whether it's brand awareness, whatever the goal is for your client, you essentially are strategizing and doing the thing to help them get to the goal, and they pay you for that. It doesn't always have you creating the content. That can be an add-on. Some social media managers do not create the content. They will take the content, edit it, post it. Some social media managers do all the things. They create the content, they strategize, they create the content, they post the content. Some just do community management. So it can definitely vary how much you're needed as a social media manager and how much actual work you are doing for the brand, but that's going to depend on the client, on the ask, on the deliverables, and on your rate. Next up is graphic design. Graphic design is when you are creating visuals and graphics for brands. A lot of times this will be posted on their social media platforms, used on their website, used within their branding. This can be social graphics, logos, ads, presentations. Canva makes this super accessible without a design degree. They actually integrated a lot of features within Canva that I have heard from the graphic design community is gonna put some other people out of business because it's all in one over there and you don't have to go learn a super intense graphic design software. I feel like graphic design would be such a cool skill to learn and monetize because you could do it across the board and you could also take those skills and leverage them for your own business as you grow yourself. I'm gonna add that one to the list. Next is video editing. Again, I did video editing. I love to edit content. It does take a long time. You can edit short form content. You can edit long form content like this. Editing content for brands or even individuals across YouTube, Instagram Reels, TikTok, or even for brands ads and do paid media editing. There actually is a high demand for video editors, especially in the UGC creator space. If you're trying to build up your portfolio and get better, I would genuinely suggest going and offering your services to a UGC creator or somebody else in the creative entrepreneurial space because we wear so many hats. We really do need to start delegating things. Video editing is a great skill to learn and a great skill to charge people for because editing does take so much time. And if you can learn the skill really well and you can edit in a super fun, funky, special way, you can leverage that and you can land some really, really cool contracts. Okay, we've got 2 more. The second to last one is freelance copywriting and ghostwriting. This is something that even I'm more intrigued and interested in learning about and eventually offering as a service myself. This would be helping brands, businesses, business owners, creatives write emails, ad copy, website copy, LinkedIn posts for their social media posts, even little blurbs across their website. On the product detail page, the words that describe the product, they need copywriters for that. I paired freelance copywriting and ghostwriting ghostwriting together because they're both writing skills. They are different, but I believe that learning them could go hand in hand. So I did throw those two in together. And again, I think you would really be working across the same platforms and helping with the same kind of projects. So if you're really into writing, reading, or were really good in English growing up, freelance copywriting and ghostwriting would be so lucrative for you. Again, this is another one of those skills that you could leverage for your own business. Learning copywriting skills and learning how to better communicate your mission statement and just the points you're trying to get across to your audience could be so beneficial. And last but not least is virtual assistants. You could be a virtual assistant for anybody. I have hired a VA before and I loved her. She was so great. She helped me so much. I hired her for her expertise in Pinterest marketing, which we should do a whole video about. But I'm now still looking into getting a VA to take off some of the load of those mundane tasks, like going through my inbox, sorting emails, junking some emails and putting emails in spam, and then getting back to people. Like admin is a whole task in itself. Business owners wear so many hats, especially entrepreneurs. So if you can learn some of the skills that a virtual assistant would offer, such as supporting business owners with daily admin, email management, scheduling, research, that is solving a problem for them and giving them time back to spend doing something else in their business. So I think being a VA I really think anybody could be a VA. And again, you could be a VA that specializes in certain things, whether you're a VA for a UGC creator, or you're a VA who specializes in Pinterest marketing, or you're a VA who also edits content and could be in support of social media management projects. That adds so much more value to your offer. I really think that being a virtual assistant and learning these skills is a great starting point to even learning how an online business runs. So if you're thinking about running an online business yourself, being a VA could be a really great stepping stone to do so. I'm going to share a few of the reasons that I decided to pursue UGC. These acted as pros for me when I was pursuing UGC and I was starting my UGC business. I started it because I knew I did not need any followers to start. I knew I didn't have a big following. I wasn't even posting on social media like that before I started UGC. So the fact that I needed no followers to start, that was great. But you should be posting online. You should be willing to show up online. It's going to blow your business out of the water. Like it's going to make you so much more successful if you show up online. But again, you don't need a lot of followers. So that was number one in the checklist. Number two is not needing any money to start. Now I had some people comment this on one of my other videos, but in my eyes, a lot of people do have a smartphone. There are a lot of people with smartphones out there. And if you do not have a smartphone, that's okay. It's just something that you can work towards and be your motivation for starting a business. But if you already have a smartphone, you don't need money to start. You don't have to pay for equipment. You don't have to pay a subscription fee. You don't have to pay a sign-up fee. You don't have to pay a mentor. Those are investments that you can make to get better and make your life easier when conducting business, but you don't need any money to start. And that's also why I chose UGC. Number three is there's brands actively hiring all the time. And when you're a freelancer offering any of these skills, there's always a need for some sort of support online for a business. So number three was there was a demand for what I was offering. Number four is I was able to work from home. And not only that, I'm able to work remotely. So I'm able to travel with my job. That's also another really big plus to really pursuing any one of these skills is if you have a phone, if you have a laptop and you have some Wi-Fi, you can do your job. Having that flexibility and just like that location freedom has been so amazing. It's been life-changing genuinely, but it's also been so great as somebody who dealt with a chronic illness, an autoimmune disease, and somebody who's neurodivergent and needs that flexibility and likes to stay home. The fifth reason I pursued UGC was it was perfect for my neurodivergent brain. I'm able to be creative. I'm able to switch gears and switch tasks at any moment that I really need to. My days can look the same or they can look different. There's variety, there's creativity, there's freedom, but also somewhat structure. And my brain needs all of that. And if any of these things that I just listed off is something that entices you, then I'm so excited that you watched this video because you're about to find a very lucrative way to start making a lot of money in 2026. Here is a framework that you can steal to pick your skill on how you can start making a ton of money in 2026 running your own business online. What do you already do naturally? Are your friends always asking you for fashion advice? Are you always writing emails for people? Are you always on socials, tracking trends? Do you have an eye for videography and like what looks good, creative direction? What work environment suits you? Do you like to be camera facing? Do you like to be behind the scenes? Do you like to hop on calls with people and talk face to face? Do you like fast paced, slow paced? Do you like to be creative or more analytical? Are you more go with the flow and you like a lot of freedom, or do you like a lot of structure in your day? What is your starting budget? What's your goal? Are you learning one of these skills because you want a side hustle to just make a little extra money? Do you want to replace your 9-to-5 job? Do you want to pay off debt? Do you want to master one of these skills, make it your full-time income stream, and then add 2 or 3 more so that you have 4 income streams? Knowing your goal is really going to help you not only decide which one of these skills you really want to pursue and make your online business, but it's also going to really light that fire under your butt and motivate you to reach these goals a lot faster. And when you love what you do, it really shows. And maybe you're watching this video and you have never tried any of these skills. Maybe making money online in this online space is completely completely new to you. You're nervous, you're scared, you're afraid of failing. You got a little bit of imposter syndrome. You're like, I've literally never done these things. I know the theory and I can learn the skill, but how do I actually execute the thing and run a business? I'm telling you, it is so much simpler than you think. The biggest barrier is starting. Learn the skill, yes, but you have to actually offer the service and do the job. And once you get one of those under your belt, you're gonna feel so good. And once that first invoice is paid, you're gonna feel like a real business owner and you're gonna be actually making money online. And then you're gonna be able to come back to me and say thanks. I just wanna remind you guys that as a freelancer, you are gonna get some rejection. You are gonna come across people who aren't supposed to be your clients. Business is all about doing and learning from what you've done. Even if it seems like it didn't work out well, even if it seems like it worked out amazingly, one way or another, there's still learnings. So don't get discouraged because you're brand new at something or because something's not super easy for you or you're not making a ton of money to start. You will get there. Just keep going. Just keep getting better, developing your skills and offering the service. And also listening to your clients, your target audience, and the problems within that community to ensure that you're still showing up to solve that problem. Start slow. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Look to mentors. You don't always have to pay for a mentor. You also can find people online who are doing what you want to do, but are already successful at it. Watch what they're doing. Take bits and pieces from the people that you relate to and that you inspire to be and put it into your own business and make something shake. I know you can. I believe in you. Diversifying your income online is the way to maximize your potential income earnings. You can stack multiple of these skills on top of each other to create this online business empire. I run a monetized YouTube channel. I'm a UGC creator. I do offer social media management and creative strategy services. So there are all these little things that I do. And being that I am neurodivergent and I do like to dibble dabble in all the different things, I knew that continuing to pursue an online business and learning these skills and diversifying my income was only going to benefit me and was also going to allow me to flow with my creativity and not feel stuck like you would at that 9-to-5 job. But again, it's really helpful to learn one of these skills and get really good at that. Or again, if you already know one of these skills, offer that first and build up your business that way. Show up online, speaking about it, sharing your journey while building your business, sharing tips and value to those who are interested. Getting in front of potential clients is super important and is really going to help propel your business. And then you can start stacking and adding this diversification of your skill set and your income streams. Digital products are the ultimate stack, the ultimate way to diversify your income, because typically if you are already really good at one of these skills, then you can put that into a digital product and you can sell it. I think the number one question people have is, how do creators make so much money, especially creators who are not influencers? It's because we're doing a lot of different things. We're offering different services because you're not limited to just one thing when you are doing an online job, when you're running an online business. That's the cool part. Okay, I promised y'all a ranking, so here we go. I'm going to rank all 7 of these skills from least to most lucrative. Working smarter, not harder style. We want to see which one of these is going to make us the most amount of money with the lowest amount of lift. Starting with number 7, I'm going to start with virtual assistants, even though I do think this is really great and can be very lucrative and is a really good starting point for people who have never worked online before. If you're brand new and you don't have a clientele or a portfolio or references, then it does have the lowest ceiling for like a starting rate. So just consider that. It is probably the lowest barrier to entry. A lot of skills you might already know or have done at another job are transferable to being a virtual assistant, but building up your rate does take time. Number 6 is graphic design. There is solid demand for graphic design, and thanks to Canva, it is more accessible to do. However, it does take longer to learn and like build up that momentum of clients. Number 5 is social media management. You can acquire really great reoccurring monthly income through social media management, which is really, really great. So imagine having 1, 2, 3 clients at $500 to $1,500 a month, depending on the scope of work. And of course, you can increase that as your experience increases, but it does require probably the most ongoing time commitment in check-ins with clients. You typically are showing up daily and posting content daily, creating content daily. Number 4, I would say, is video editing. Everyone needs video content nowadays, but not everybody can edit it well or want to spend the time to edit it. There's a high demand for this. There is great pay, and you really can learn it for free on YouTube. Number 3, I would say, is freelance copywriting and ghostwriting. You don't need to be on camera for this one. There is a high earning potential, especially over on LinkedIn, and it's incredibly scalable when you niche down. So say maybe you work in the personal finance niche, maybe you work in the influencer marketing niche, maybe you're writing newsletters and captions for people. If you're really good at copywriting and you can turn out a lot of projects, this one can be so lucrative for you. It really can. Okay, number 2 is UGC. That one might shock you guys. Maybe you guys thought I was gonna name that one first, but I would put UGC at number 2. There is a low barrier to entry, so you do not need to be an expert creator. You don't need to have a ton of followers. You do not need to be an influencer. There's also a really high income potential. You can make a lot of money as a UGC creator. Again, not posting this content to your own socials. And brands are actively hiring now now and all the time. You can charge anywhere from $150 to $500+ a video for one 30-second video. And UGC is not always easy. It's not. It's a skill you need to develop. There's a lot of very talented UGC creators out there who spend a lot of time practicing, researching, and getting better. But you do not need to be a pro. You do not need to be an expert. The more authentic and relatable and real and raw you can be, and putting that and packaging it into a UGC video, the better. UGC is definitely one of the most slept on income streams on this list for sure. But number one, topping the charts, is digital products. A lot of people talk about wanting passive income. Digital products is the way to make passive income, especially if you master one of these skills and again, put it into a digital product and sell that to teach others how to do it. Digital products are great because you can create it once and you can sell it over and over and over again. There is nearly 100% profit margin. So you're not paying money for somebody to create it, or you're not spending money on the materials to create it. You're literally just spending the time on Canva to put the information in, make it look branded and how you want, and you make it available for people to buy. And obviously market it on social media to get traction and to get sales. Digital products is the most slept on income stream on this list. I genuinely think anybody could sell a digital product. I think everybody has at least a little bit of knowledge in one area that they could teach somebody else, but package it and make it convenient for them in one document. So whether it's a UGC guide, which I'm coming out with my UGC guide for you guys, I'm revamping it and making it fresh and new and giving you guys all the tea, all the business tea in that one. I have a free digital product available for you guys that lists the 6 steps to become a UGC creator. That one you can just go download whenever you want. I made it once and it's just living there for you guys to enjoy. All you're going to do is pick one of these 7 things, one that you're most interested in, one that you already know a little bit about, one that you already know a lot about. You're going to go online, TikTok specifically, and you're going to start talking about it, teaching people about it, sharing your journey with it, especially if it's new, providing value, coming across people's feeds so that you're on their radar, and think about what problem you can solve with this skill. Once you realize what problem you're solving and who you're solving it for, then you can start landing clients. You can start making money. You can start generating sales. I'm so curious to know out of which 7 of these y'all are most interested in pursuing. Which one have you already pursued? Maybe you guys are already making big money over there and I just don't know. But I was really excited to make this video and put y'all on. I know that stumbling across UGC and just any way to make money online, for me, it changed my life trajectory 3 years ago. Making money online will allow you so much freedom, whether it's financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom. You're able to work from home when you're hurt or sick. You're able to take a break and be a little bit flexible when you need it, whether you have kids you're taking care of, whether you have extra bills coming in or something that you need to cover. Knowing how to do one of these skills and offer it as a service that you can charge for really puts the power back in your hands and allows you to make decisions and moves that you've never been able to make before, or really never thought that you could make before, because money does keep you stuck and money won't answer all of your problems, no, but having very little money causes a lot more problems. You know, whatever skill you choose, I just know that 2026 is one of the best times to start something of your own online. You don't need a following, you don't need a lot of money to start, and you don't need a lot of experience. You just need to pick one of these skills, commit to it, put in the reps, and put yourself out there in front of people who could be your potential clients. I started UGC 3 years ago from literally nothing, just an idea that was planted in my head from scrolling online, and it changed everything. It helped me pay off debt, it helped me heal my chronic illness, it helped provide flexibility, but also structure and a foundation for me and my family. And any of these can do the same for you too. If you want me to dive deeper into any of these 7 ways to make money online, let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know which one of these ways you are planning to make money in 2026. Shoot, if we got business names that we're thinking of, throw them in the comments. I love thinking of business names. Do you need help filing an LLC? Do you guys need the ins and outs of running a business online? If you're ready to dive into UGC specifically, my full step-by-step beginner video is linked here. You also can grab the free digital download that goes with that video. It's the 6 steps to become a UGC creator in 2026. To help you follow along, I'm a little bit of a visual learner, and I know y'all are too. I'm just so excited for you guys to experience that freedom and again, getting that sense of power back in your life, not working towards helping somebody else achieve their goals and build their business up. You can do it for you and yours and change everything. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I would love to have y'all here. Make sure to hit the notification bell. Make sure to like and share this video. It really does help my channel and push this video out there to help put other people on how to make money online in 2026, especially in this day and age. We are wanting to find the ways to sufficiently support ourselves and not have to just be a cog in the wheel of somebody else's machine. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.